Hi everyone, I'm Jewel and this is J7409 Weather. We're going to cover everything this morning in this video. Before I even get started, I want to say we have 104 days left of hurricane season, and there is a possibility. I'm not saying this is going to happen. Things that I've looked at I've looked at more than a couple of things. Some things show something may develop. Some things show nothing will develop. But between the 21st and the 27th of this month, down around the Texas coast, there could be a chance of something trying to form. We'll have to wait and see. It's a lot of days out. It's just something I picked up on I wanted to share with you. Rain, rain, and more rain. That's what's going to happen today. And poor Florida, especially for Florida, you're going to get it. This system you can see right here is moving on up. It's right over my house right now. So we're going to turn this on and just let it roll through. And I'm going to tell you what should happen. Now, we've got scattered thunderstorms forecast for the Great Lakes southward into the Mississippi Valley today. Heavy rainfall and localized flooding is expected for portions of Florida, and I'm going to go into detail on that in a moment. Now, the heat is persisting, and record-breaking heat is going to be across much of the southern tier stretching into the east, and elevated fire conditions for portions of the west are going on. Now, locally heavy rainfall and isolated flash floods are possible with storms today through tomorrow toward the northeast Monday, and these scattered thunderstorms are forecast ahead of a cold front moving through the Midwest today to the lower Great Lakes and the Ohio Valley tomorrow. Farther south, the front is expected to stall in the Central Plains area, Middle Mississippi Valley, and some of these storms could be severe. We will check out the severe weather also. Now, we got a slow-moving frontal boundary. It's going to remain over the southeastern portions of the U.S. today with lower pressures at the surface. Gulf moisture flowing into the vicinity of these features will lead to the potential for heavy rainfall over parts of northern Florida today and tomorrow. Now, you could get an excessive amount of rain with some flash flooding. That's all in place for portions of the Florida Panhandle today and tomorrow. And showers and thunderstorms are also possible for the central Gulf Coast right into the Carolinas. So far as the temperatures go, well, above average temperatures are forecast to be widespread for much of the country, with the potential for even some records to be set in the southern plains today into the central high plains for tomorrow. And the heat will build into the eastern U.S. tomorrow, and record highs could be set from the central Appalachians into the mid-Atlantic and northeast. Now, below average temperatures are expected in the northern plains behind the cold front today, moderating into tomorrow. Now, as low humidities combine with the gusty winds out west, portions of the Great Basin and the central northern Rockies are under red flag warnings, and there's no notable precipitation in sight for that area. Now, what we're looking at here is the excessive rainfall outlook. This is nothing but the rainfall outlook. Now, the Florida Gulf Coast, something else has happened. The area that was there that brought you so much rain, it's moved up my way now, and you can see I'm in this marginal place of rain for today also. This is just for today. Now, what has happened is a weak area of low pressure has developed just off the coast of Panama City. And it's this feature that should act as a focus for heavy rainfall today. Rain bands will likely be slow moving, and it's going to have some back building characteristics to them, and possible heaviest rains today, let's hope, stay offshore. That would be a good thing. But should we see some of these heavier bands develop over the land, this setup would have, it could have the potential to drop a localized 6 to 10 inches of rain today into tonight. Now, these amounts, excuse me, would likely be on a pretty localized scale if they occur. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm saying it could happen if these bands get over land. But it's looking like, for the most part, that the flood threats is going to be the region from Panama City Beach to Apalachicola and the rest of Franklin County. So, let's go check out Panama City Beach and Apalachicola on a graph scale. Now, this is Panama City Beach on a graph scale right here. You can see you're going to have some good breezes going on, not too bad with the wind, but from 11 to 15 miles per hour steadily, looking like for today, right on through, I'd say around midnight for Monday, midnight right here, midnight tonight. But it's still going to be a breeze. I'm calling it a breeze. Your temperatures are going to be in the 90s for the most part. But look at the rain you're getting. Rain, rain, and more rain. You got some thunder going on. Also, you have some lightning going on. Now, I want to show you a graph on this. I've learned a lot about lightning here lately. You got one from 9 a.m. this morning till 6 p.m. this afternoon. But then at 7, it pops up and it's a 4, and then it gets up to a 5 and back down to a 4. So I want to show you the graph what this means. You've got 4 and 5s coming your way. Here we are at a 4. Scattered thunderstorms. Moderate rain is commonly produced. Lightning is frequent. You could get as much as 11 to 15 cloud to ground strikes in a 5-minute period. You also have some 5s coming up. This is going to be numerous thunderstorms, a lot of heavy rain, and the lightning is frequent and intense. Greater than 15 cloud to ground strikes in a 5-minute period. I'm showing you this, folks, because I want you to please be aware of what's going on. Don't be out and about with lightning going on. You can see you have these 4s and 5s from around 7 to 8 tonight, and then they will intensify tomorrow morning around 9 a.m. and they still drop down. It's all day long tomorrow. So please be aware of this. Now let's go check out Apalachicola. And here we have it right here for Apalachicola. Here's your temperatures up here. Going to have a breeze right on through till around 10 p.m. 10 p.m. for tonight. A steady, looking like a steady 14, 15. Then it dropped down a little bit, but it's just a light breeze. The wind isn't anything. But look at the rain coming your way with the thunder and the lightning. And you're going to have the same thing looking like that Panama City Beach is going to have. You're going to have 4 and 5 and 4 as a category for the lightning. I just showed you what that will do. Please be aware. Don't be out in it if you do not have to. Now, back to the excessive rainfall map up for my neck of the woods in North Carolina here, eastern NC. This is, of course, this area of low pressure. It's going to skirt the Outer Banks for the morning hours, and locally heavy rainfall is likely with 1 to 4 inches of rain. That is very possible, and you would expect some increased ponding of water, of course, with this activity. And should any heavier cells move over a more susceptible area, isolated instances of flash flooding is also possible. Everybody down around Rodanthe and Hatteras, look out for Highway 12. That could flood out at some point. Not saying it's going to, but you need to keep your eyes open for it. Now, as we move to the southern plains of mid-Mississippi Valley into the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes and Pennsylvania and New York, convection is going to be ongoing this morning from near Kansas, Oklahoma, and Missouri borders north across Iowa into Wisconsin. And this activity is going to spread eastward with time today and should increase the intensity by this afternoon over portions of the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley. You guys need to watch out. You could have some flash flooding, not saying you're going to, but the potential is there. Now, the marginal risk is going to extend eastward into portions of Pennsylvania and New York, where one round of storms is likely this morning into the afternoon, and it's associated with the wave currently moving across Ohio and southern Canada. So, with all of this going on, we will probably see some convection develop tonight also, somewhere around Oklahoma, Kansas, and Arizona, and Minnesota. And in this vicinity, it is going to be a stalling frontal boundary. I hate to tell you this, but it's going to stall out and rain, rain, and more rain. Now, these maps are not about excessive rainfall. I've just showed you what should happen today for excessive rainfall. These maps are for severe weather outbreaks, and this is the categorical outlook right here. The most prominent place at A2 is up in Michigan, portions of Ohio, and Indiana. We have a marginal chance all the way down from Oklahoma, a little bit of Texas going across Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, portions of Pennsylvania, just about the whole state of New York, excluding the city and Long Island, portions of Connecticut, Massachusetts, and just going right on up. Anywhere in the green, you could have a severe storm breakout, okay? Doesn't matter if it's light or dark. You could have that chance, and we already know where the excessive rainfall has a chance of falling today. I think down around Panama City and Apalachicola, that 6 to 10 inches, I'm hoping it's going to stay out in the Gulf. That's what I'm hoping. I think it might do, but you still got that chance. We'll have to wait and see how it moves. Now, when it comes to the tornado outlook, 2% chance all the way up north here in New York, and you can see it moves over into Massachusetts, a little portion of Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, and Wisconsin. Same amount of chance for a tornado to outbreak is in Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, and Kansas. What about the wind? The most excessive wind should be up in Michigan today, along with portions of Indiana and a little of northwestern Ohio. 5% chance down from Oklahoma all the way up to the New England states. And what about hail? Same chance of hail, 15%. This is the greatest risk today of all. This is in Michigan, portions of Indiana, and northwestern Ohio, with that 5% down going to a little bit of Texas, a large portion of Oklahoma, all the way up. And last but not least, we need to check out this system here. Where we go, X marks the spot. This was at 2 a.m. this morning. It has moved up a little more closer to where I am right now. Yes, raining cats, dogs, and bullfrogs. It's rained all night. It's lightning. We've had the whole 9 yards, and yes, it looks like it's going to rain again. From the National Hurricane Center, this is set on 5 days. It's a small, low-pressure system located along the North Carolina coast near Wilmington. It's producing a compact area of showers and thunderstorms. Any tropical development today is expected to be limited due to the system's proximity to land. Now, by tonight, the low is expected to move northeastward over the warmer Atlantic waters offshore of the Outer Banks, where some future organization could occur before the system encounters cooler waters Tuesday. The low is forecast to produce heavy rainfall, along with the threat of some flash flooding, as I've talked about already, in coastal portions of South and North Carolina through this evening. Now, the chance of development 2 days and 5 days is 30%. What's going on in the eastern North Pacific? Well, let's see what's happening over there right quick as we move over. This is on the 5-day outlook now. My goodness, got all kind of things going on over here. We've got, let's move this up just a tad. This is still an area of low pressure, but it's got a big old 90% chance of forming in 5 days, folks, okay? And it's moving west-northwestward about 10, and it's parallel to the coast of Mexico. And flash flooding could occur from this in portions of El Salvador, Guatemala, southeastern Mexico during the next few days, and it more than likely is going to develop. I've seen it develop, looking like it's going to on different models, so please be aware. Here we have disturbance number 2. It's got a 40% chance of forming in 5 days. It's shower and thunderstorm activity. It's associated with a tropical wave, and it's about 900 miles south-southwest of the southern tip of the Baja California Peninsula. It has increased since yesterday, and the environmental conditions continue to support slow development, and this system has the potential to become a tropical cyclone by the middle of next week, and it's moving west-northwestward at 5 to 10. Then we have disturbance number 3. Now, it's got a low chance, 20% chance of forming in the next 2 to 5 days. It's just another tropical wave. It's about 1,300 miles west-southwest of the southern tip of the Baja California Peninsula, and it's producing cloudiness and showers. Some development of the system is possible during the next couple of days, and it's moving slowly westward across the southwest portion of the eastern Pacific. And that's a chance of everything that's going on, folks. Once again, I want to come over here to the Atlantic. Once again, I've told you all about what's going on with this now. You know, there is a chance. I'm not saying it's going to happen. It's too far out. We've got to wait and see. But somewhere maybe between the 21st and 27th of this month, that's a large span. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But right close to Texas, right up in this area here, we might have something try to pop up. We might. I'll keep my eyes on it and keep you informed. Thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. Stay safe today. Peace, love, and kindness to each of you. May each of you have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. I thank you for everything you do for me. It helps me make it through. I love you guys. Thanks for watching.